My name is Chris Rhinehart. I am one of 7 co-founders of Human Head Studios, and I am project lead on Prey. The multiplayer in Prey is pretty different because of these game modes that we have, where the ability to spirit walk, leave your body behind and kind of hunt in a spirit mode is pretty unique, and your body is of course vulnerable. We also have gravity flipping, where you can be suddenly on the wall, on the ceiling. It's also controllable by players, where they can shoot a switch and then suddenly the whole room flips and everyone in that room is suddenly on the wall. Similarly, we have wall walking. You can walk up the wall onto the ceiling, you're totally upside down, you're fighting a guy who's on the ground and you're on the ceiling. You have to be aware of like the ceiling, the floor, you have to be aware of everything at all times. Portals play a large role in multiplayer as well, and a portal in Prey is like a tear in space. Think about it like a glorified teleporter, but everything just works through it, the player can run through it, shots properly go through it, you can snipe through them, all of that. And they play a strong component in multiplayer as well. It just brings in another strong component into multiplayer. The weapons in Prey, we designed them to be have a real alien organic look, because most of them you actually get from aliens in the single player. And so they have a real organic look, but the functionality is a little bit more something that people will be familiar with. So we designed it like this because we wanted people to pick them up and look at it and be like, whoa, this is a weird, kind of crazy looking weapon. But as they start using it, they'll understand how it works and use it to the best advantage to dispatch some other player. Well, our design behind the levels for multiplayer was to try to take, for each level, try to take one of our main gameplay elements and really expand upon that. We initially started with trying to cram like too many elements together into one map, and it just became too chaotic and it was kind of confusing. So, for instance, we've got one map that really focuses on wall walk. We've got a map that really focuses on the spherical gravity. We've got actually a couple of maps that focus on the vehicles and kind of flying around in space battle type of stuff. And it's been really kind of interesting designing in that way, because when you think about that, it gives you one core focus. So some of the kind of environments that people can expect are some straight corridor type of shooter stuff that's set not only in alien environments but also in more human environments, as well as we've got kind of some space battles like I mentioned with the shuttles, as well as some environments that are just kind of crazy and take some time to get used to. Designing the multiplayer maps has been a really interesting challenge, where not only do the level designers have to be conscious of what's going to happen with wall walk or with gravity flipping, or like that spherical map where the map is kind of based around a giant planetoid that you're running around on. The mappers have to be aware of that, but they also have to keep all of our gameplay elements in mind. I mean, it's just been a lot of tweaks and balances in order to get all of these components together and all of them balanced in a way that feels fair and is fun. Well, our plans for the Xbox 360 version are to have it be as identical to the PC version as possible, including multiplayer. Of course, there will be support for live, up to 8 players. And we want the Xbox 360 version to basically be identical to the PC version. So it'll look the same, play the same. We're working on getting the frame rate as high as possible right now. As well as the 360 version, we're going to be supporting, of course, achievements and marketplace and all of that type of stuff. For the PC version of Prey, one of the big components that we're going to have, of course, is supporting the mod community. You know, we're going to be releasing all of our tools so people can build whatever type of stuff that they want. And I'm really, really looking forward to what people are going to do, because we've got all of these cool game elements of, you know, gravity and wall walking and portals. And I think people are really going to kind of run wild with, you know, new game modes. And because we don't support capture the flag like out of the box, but I'm sure that someone is going to probably build it pretty quickly into the engine, as well as probably coming with all sorts of, you know, other crazy modes that kind of support all of these elements that we've designed into the game. Prey is scheduled for simultaneous release on PC and Xbox 360 later this year.